Ira Thor here alongside head coach Danny Goncalves after an impressive home court opening win over Sacred Heart in their EIVA opener as well. Coach, you guys come off a very tough but encouraging loss to number 4 ranked Lewis and came in today and just absolutely owned the net game, especially in the blocking sphere where you guys had 11.5 blocks. Just talk about how impressed you were with your team's ability to shut down the Sacred Heart offense tonight.
It's something we came back from last weekend working on. Our blocking defense is something we want to take very seriously this year. And to add to that, our transition scoring, which is what we thought could have helped us over this past weekend. So something we just worked on real hard this week, and it was nice to have it come to fruition here. Speaking
of encouraging, one of the aspects of the match that I think really has to have you feeling good about what's to come is the fact that it wasn't just your middles. Everybody, even people coming off the bench, Williams had a great match in 2 sets, coming in for Luca, but everybody was involved in the blocking game, and the all-around effort made this team look like it's going to be a very tough out in this conference.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty blessed with a couple guys past maybe the typical starters that can come in, but to say that, it also pushes the starters, and it's been real nice having that kind of level of competition in the gym for practices every day.
Now, obviously, you guys had a number 1 vote in the preseason poll in the league. It's 6 teams this year rather than 8, but it's a very different year where you're going to see everybody 4 times. How does that change what is to come here? You're going to see this team again tomorrow. They're going to see you twice more this year, and it's going to be the same with the other 4 opponents in the league. How does that just change the dynamic of men's volleyball this year?
Yeah, you get to know a team really well, and you get to find out what their nuances are, and how to defend them a little bit better, how to attack them a little bit better. You get more and more data. I mean, it's a lot tougher to play someone after twice, right? Like, you can maybe tweak a couple things here, and maybe you can't quite game plan for something, but at the 3rd, 4th time, I mean, unless you got a ton of tricks under your sleeve, I think that's what just makes it the most difficult. Every team's going to know every team really well, and it's going to come down to the guys and how they execute, and for us as coaches to tactically try to put us at an advantage.
Now, we obviously talk about Alvaro often because he's your conference player here, as we should be talking about him, but Martin de Chavarria, he had an outstanding all-around effort tonight, had a very high hitting percentage, hit 600 for the match, 5 or 6 blocks as well. What would you say about his performance and just how, as that other middle option, really has impressed you?
I mean, he's coming to his own. He was a pretty solid player last year, just always consistent numbers and always very good. And now he's able to provide a little bit more in the kill department, get a lot more touches on the block. A lot of that is he's working with a new setter now, so him and Griffin have been working real hard to build a connection, and him to become someone who we can rely on a little bit more too, just to add to the weapons that we have.
I'll be looking forward to see how he further develops alongside Griffin and the rest of what is a fairly young squad outside of Alvaro and of course Luca this year. And there'll be a lot more NJIT volleyball at home tomorrow night. It begins again 6 p.m. Highlanders taking on Sacred Heart right here on the Highlanders Sports Network.